All right, welcome to the first installment of a Queendom podcast, a pageant girl's perspective. I'm Kiara, and I will be your mediator for the night. Let's go ahead and start by introducing everybody.
Hello, my name is Lauren Johnson. I am 27 years old. A little bit about me in my pageant experience. I've competed twice in the past 2 years, loved it, and I'm excited to continue my pageant journey soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Sianey Wiggins. A little bit about my pageant experience. I started competing in 2018 with the Miss America system, and I recently aged out of Miss USA. So I'm really excited to be here today and talk about some of the good stuff that's going on.
Hi everyone. Hi. Hey you guys, my name is Chinelo Aniekwu, but everybody pretty much calls me Chi. A little about my pageant experience. I previously held the title of Miss Georgia Olive USA before this, but I currently just gave it up, so it's kind of bittersweet. So, but I currently aged out too, actually, from Miss Georgia USA, but now that they have the new age thing, we might see y'all again. So yeah.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Danyel Joseph, and I started pageants when I was about 12. I competed in local pageants back home where I was born and raised in the Virgin Islands. And I recently competed for Miss North Carolina USA this February. So I did age out as well, but like we said, with the new rules, I'm really excited to see what's next in my journey.
So I did forget to talk about my experience. I was so excited to hear everybody else speak, but my name is Kiara Tompkins. I'm 24 years old. I first started doing pageants in Virginia when I lived there. I did Miss Teen Virginia USA, and then I took a break, and then February of 2022 is when I started doing pageants again. So I'm excited to start discussing about everything that's new here and just to be here with all these beautiful ladies. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So first, I want to hear everybody's thoughts just about the production of the show from the prelims last night. What do you guys think?
I loved it. Simple. I loved it. I feel like the vibe this year was elegance and glamour. I feel like last year the theme was more of fierce and power, and Layla, I feel like, took the reins. It made it a very elegant experience.
I liked where we were going production-wise. I feel like more the emphasis is being put on the girls rather than stage setup now. And in the past, in like IMG era and Trump era, I felt like there was a lot happening in the background. And it took away from the girls having their moment in their spotlight. So watching prelims yesterday, I felt like there was nothing to look at or nothing I wanted to focus on more than the girls competing. So I was very happy with it.
I'm just going to touch on what Sianey basically said. I agree. I like the production a little bit more this year. I am also happy there's not that huge staircase, guys. I was not feeling that one, guys. So I was actually a little scared. So I'm happy there are no stairs this year, guys.
No, the stairs, I feel like the stairs are there just to psych us out. Like, the giant staircase last year, it stressed me out, I'm not gonna lie. Yes. But the 3 stairs this year, it stressed me out just as much, but I was like, at least it's not as high.
Exactly.
For me, I definitely agree with all of you ladies. I really like that they focused on the contestants, but for me, I love a really good hyped production. So I guess like a lot of the people that I spoke to about it, we wanted to know like what's the differentiation between like the state pageant and USA. You know, you kind of see like that differentiation with the choreography, you know, it's like the big bang. So I kind of did want to see a bit more pizzazz, even though I do know like they were more focused on the contestants.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to agree with Danyel. Yeah. I did miss the choreography in the beginning. I liked it. I think Asia Branch's year was fun. But what I will say, though, I think some of the girls would have been happy because it took the pressure off dancing. Something else I noticed, too, they didn't introduce themselves.
No.
They didn't.
And I don't know. You know what? I feel like that levels the playing field, though. Everybody's voice and everybody's register is not the same. And I feel like the second you open your mouth, you're being judged. Right. And it's not question and answer. It's not anything that's garnering points. The second you open your mouth, you could have made or break yourself.
Well, I'll play
Yeah.
the devil's advocate. Like, what about taking away from showing their personality? Because sometimes when the contestants have introduced themselves in the past, you're like, okay, wow, I can tell that she has like a really big personality. So I don't know. I kind of think it goes both ways.
I don't know. That was my big difference that I noticed. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I don't hear the Georgia, Maryland, New York. I didn't hear that, but I think I liked it. What about the gowns? What did you guys think as far as the Portia and Scarlett introduction? Go ahead, Lauren. Lauren wants to say something.
I love Portia Scarlett. First off, I love the gowns this year. Last year, it was a very flowy. Every girl had a flowy gown, and this year, I love that it was like a high nude illusion type of vibe on the gowns. And go Georgia!
Can we get into it?
Rachel, I love you.
Like, can we get into
The
Georgia,
class,
or
the
do we have to wait?
poise. Please.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
Does anybody else want to add as far as the introduction or anything like that?
I felt like it was simple,
Okay.
and I liked it. But I have a feeling like everything that we're hungry for is going to be coming in
Tonight?
finals.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
I
too.
feel like they were trying to save a lot of everything
For
during
tonight.
prelims and have all the excitement going for finals. So.
Okay.
One thing I also didn't notice too, you know, like how usually the contestants, they have like a clip, like introducing themselves, telling
Yeah.
some. I noticed like they took that out as well, but it might, you know, happen tonight in the finals.
Might be
Yeah.
tonight.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited. All right, so let's get into swim, okay? Hold on, before I pass the mic, I loved the swimsuits. I think Sianey had mentioned it before, too. I like how everybody had a different option for the top. So if you wanted more coverage, you could be more comfortable on stage. I liked it. They were really pretty and unique as well. I think they're really cool. And Delaware, she looked great in her yellow. So I like the different color options, too, for each girl.
Yeah.
I love swimsuit. Personally, for me, I may not have an A+ body, but swimsuit is my favorite area to compete in. It gives women a chance to showcase what you've been working so hard for in the gym. No cookies, no snacks. I'm going to have my moment on stage in that bikini, and I'm going to look amazing. And just the ladies look so great. I love the swimsuits. I would buy that swimsuit.
Yes.
Oh,
I
I was thinking about that too. I would
definitely wear that.
It's already in the cart.
It's already in the
Express shipping.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, who makes
Right, who
this?
makes
It's
this?
in the cart.
And I love the background. Like, it was giving a beach.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt the vibes this year. But also what I've noticed is I feel like the changes they're making as far as swimsuit, it's like getting the girls comfortable with that caliber of universe. Yeah. You know, everywhere else, like a cheeky Brazilian cut is the standard. So now that, you know, there's a little bit more skin showing, I feel like it's more appreciation of women's bodies. We're not being told to like cover up and feel uncomfortable and all that. You can just go out there and just be yourself. And it's not like, oh, I shouldn't do this angle or anything. Like, I can just be myself. Like, I have a butt. It's here.
It's here. Take it or leave it. Do you guys feel that like the walks were on the level, like in terms of like confidence? Could you feel the confidence eluding through the contestants?
I would actually say everybody has a different walk.
Yeah.
I feel like not
very
everybody looks the same. But I don't know. I don't feel like there was a lot of emphasis maybe on that. Maybe it's more about what you say in the interview room or, you know, things like that. But I feel like it was a little bit more relaxed this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to agree with you, Chinelo. I'm not going to say it was underwhelmed with the walks, but I was expecting a little bit more power from the ladies. There's a couple ladies that just brought it. But I wish everyone just showed up a little bit more powerful in that walk. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think it could just be nerves. You know, that first night you're out there and you're kind of in your head a little bit. So there are the girls who were able to turn it off, and then there were some girls who just had to get in their groove for a little bit. But you could see it come out the longer they were on stage.
I definitely have to agree with Lauren. I just expected more like this is my moment, and I always like reflect on the year that Elle won. Like, remember, like those walks were like,
Oh yeah.
That was great.
It was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Shout out to
So-
Cora.
Yeah. So I don't know, like having that standard of like walks, production, I kind of expected it to like be topped, you know? So
Okay. That's good. It's interesting. All right, let's move into evening gown. What do you guys think about evening gown?
talk about it.
I guess I'm just starting us off like on each topic.
Like,
I really loved the evening gown more this year than last year. Personally, for me, I'm not a big fan of the shoulder cape. I'm more of a high nude illusion type of gal with a lot of bling bling. That's just my style. So I'm just gonna be a little bit biased. I love the bling.
I'm just going to say it. I think ever since the Sherry Hill partnership ended, we've been able to see a lot more personality in these gowns. We've been able to see the girls compete on a more competitive level. Like when you think about what you see at Universe, Venezuela, Colombia, Philippines, Thailand, like all the Asian baddies, right? Yeah. They're not playing. So I think now you're able to create a gown that is, you know, like about the same of what you vision in your head and being on stage and what makes you feel the most confident. So I feel like now we're able to see these girls shine through even more, and now that they have the gown that they've always wanted. You know, now we're not seeing gowns that we've seen 3 years in a row and, you know, repetition, of things that we've already seen. So I'm very happy with what I saw last night.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. There was a lot of individuality definitely on the stage, and I lived for it all. I forgot who wore the yellow dress, but
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. That girl. She flipped it at the end. Yes.
Utah had a beautiful gown. I went to find her designer. I stalked her page. I'm like, who made your gown? Oh, follow.
And it's like I was doing that for so many girls. Texas, Georgia, oh my gosh, obviously Pennsylvania. There was this really beautiful blue one. I think I met her one time. Colorado. Like the things that I saw last night, it's everything I've envisioned. Yes. Everything.
Definitely.
And I think we can also tell, like, based on their walks and just, like, the way that they embrace their gowns, they just seemed, like, so confident, which I think, you know, their individuality was probably tied to designing the dress that they picked. So, yeah, beautiful gowns.
Yeah, I love that. I agree with every single last one of you. And then to Sianey's point too, because like Pennsylvania, I did stalk her page as well. I don't know if anybody saw Beyonce. I know I did. I forgot which show it was, but Pennsylvania's dress was inspired by Beyonce's opening number gown. I forgot the designer, but his last name is Gupta. Yes, Indian designer. So yeah, I'm into fashion, girl. So I already looked. I was like, I know that's somewhere. Yes. So I'm excited to see what, you know, more competition show as the girls get to express themselves. So I'm excited for that. And I loved evening gown. What's up?
I'd be very interested to see, like, you know how they always say, like, prelims night one, wear the dress. I'd be interested to see who has a second one.
Oh, I was just thinking that.
I am wondering who's gonna like pull out all the stops and show up in a different dress.
Because our Bunny, she did that. She did that. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, we see the gowns now, but who's gonna pull out something different? I'm excited. What did you guys think about the walking pattern? I do know we have to get through like 50 different women, so I thought it was a little fast. But I think every girl got to have their own little moment. What do you guys think about that?
I noticed that it was fast too.
Okay.
Yeah, like but I kind of appreciated it. It wasn't drug out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. What was it? They came out, they did a circle and then pretty much left, right? I don't think there was any stops either.
No,
correct?
It wasn't. They had to keep moving.
Okay. It had a really nice flow to it. Like, I really like how it was paced, but I wish they did have like that stop and pose, especially, you know, like the best pictures comes from that profile. So yeah, I wish we could have seen that a little bit more.
And Danyel, I agree with you. In Miss North Carolina, did you do a couple stops at stage?
Yeah, so there was like stairs, stop, pose, walk, pose, and then off. So yeah.
Same thing with Georgia. There was a couple stops just to take a moment for the dress.
Yeah.
You know, and even when we competed, like there was a couple stops. So you know, we spent so much on gowns, and we're not even going to talk about sash positioning. Okay.
Get into the sash.
That's another podcast.
Can we do away with the sashes on evening gowns, please? It takes away.
Or at least tuck it. I like the I personally love the tucked look.
Some girls had it tucked last night. Some girls didn't. I'm just OCD, so I wanted more uniform.
Inconsistent with the sash placement. I definitely agree. It wasn't consistent. But then I couldn't remember. I'm like, well, for prelims, does everybody have their sash on? I didn't remember. But I do know, I forgot which year it was, but they had their state highlighted on the screen in the background when they came out. So I don't know. Hopefully tonight, the top 20, they won't have a gown on, and maybe they'll have more time to spend on stage. I hope. But the placement was driving me crazy, and everybody that came out, or each group that came out, it was different. So at least maybe each group had their gown, or not their gown, their sash going the same direction. Some tucked, some not. I don't know. I didn't really like that part.
And I think we can all be transparent as pageant girls. Like, we know a lot of things go wrong backstage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe there should be more help. Maybe, so
Possibly,
all the girls have like the same consistency across the board. Yeah.
That's a good point, ladies. All right. So for, we're moving on to Miss Teen recap. What did you guys think? I loved it. Oh my gosh.
So cute.
They were so adorable.
They were so cute. And just, I have to do the plug. Denim, Miss Georgia Teen USA, she ate. She ate the second I saw her. I said yes, 100%.
She did.
I absolutely loved her energy. Like, I could just feel like how happy she was to be on stage. So loved her energy.
The gowns were gorgeous. I personally enjoyed the final question. So
Yes.
Can we?
I did.
into it?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I had made my predictions. Right. I honestly thought that Texas was going to take it home because the way that she answered her question. Miss Teen USA should be a role model, somebody that other people should be able to see themselves in you because you are someone they look up to. I thought it was superb, and I was very shocked that she placed third runner up. But it goes to show it's always anybody's game. It's always anybody's game, and you never know.
Right? Pageants are subjective.
Very subjective.
That's what it is.
Very subjective.
I mean, the top 5 I thought were, honestly, if I had to pick a top 5, I probably would have selected the same thing. But I kind of was not in the middle. I was like, okay, anybody could really take it home at this point. To myself, I thought Texas was a great competitor. I really did. But I kind of saw Miss Teen USA in everybody on the stage. So I just, anybody who won, fine by me.
Great competition.
I'm kind of looking forward to actually like the Miss questions because I don't know if they're gonna go like the personality route or more controversial, especially like with all the recent changes that they've had. So I don't know. Teen USA, the question was a little. I wasn't really expecting it. I was expecting it to be a bit more complex since it's Teen USA, but maybe they might do that for the misses.
Yeah. I would say for me, I like how Miss Teen USA keeps their girls as teens.
Yes,
I
agree.
And I guess they weren't looking for that perfect answer. Yeah, someone may stutter or, may throw out an awesome fact. But I like how they're not putting so much pressure on these girls to give a perfect Barbie pitch.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. But the girl who actually ended up winning, I think her name is Uma Sophia. I don't want to be incorrect, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. But she was so adorable. And did you catch that moment when they were like, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I'm so excited to be here," and everybody was like, "Oh!" And I was just I felt that teen spirit in her, so I felt like she had the crowd like just with her the whole time. So I was very thrilled when she actually started crying.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good show. So I'm definitely looking forward to tonight. And moving on to the next subject, we're going to get into, what everybody's been waiting for, the new changes to the organization. All right. So let's first talk about the age elimination first. So who would like to go first? I know everybody's excited to talk. Sianey and Chinelo, would you guys like to talk about it? I know it's a little bit more personal, for you all. So,
So after aging out, I did have a moment on stage last year, and I was like, wow, I'm really done. And so kind of settled into retirement. But I literally texted Angela Frazier maybe 2 days later, and I was like, thank you for helping me, but I'm not done. And they're going to change the age limit. And I know it's happening. I know it. So I just had to, in my head, keep doing the things I'm doing to prepare. And when it actually did happen, I was grateful. But if it didn't happen, then that just set me up for success later in life, because we don't do these pageants just to wear a shiny hat. We do these for self-development, to make friends, to network, etc. So no matter what, I was going to be okay. But the age limit's gone, so I'm excited.
Yay! Yeah. I mean, originally, I'm 27 now, but originally, when Miss Georgia USA it's usually in November, somewhere over there. And this was going to be my last year. And then
but since since they moved the age requirement, I think that's great. However, I do think there are pros and cons to this. I personally would prefer maybe if they had divisions, like maybe the older that I know there's some pageants with, they have the Mrs. and then they have the MS division and then you have the Miss division. I feel like maybe that would, I don't know, maybe level the playing field a little bit more, because there's a lot of concern with, I know a few people who are 19 years old and they're saying they don't really they don't feel like it's fair to compete against somebody who's like maybe 36 because of all the life experiences that they have not had. So I don't know. How do you guys think about that?
You literally read my mind. That was one of the things that I thought about. Of course, like I was kind of excited, like, oh my gosh, I can probably compete again, because I was aged out this year. And it put an immense amount of pressure on myself to just like give it your all, because this is your last chance. But at the same time, I definitely agree with you. Like, if you have someone who is 30, more polished, accomplished, degrees, experience, their network, versus someone who just graduated from college, finding themselves, there's definitely like a gap that I think they need to find some way to bridge that gap, if that makes sense. So yeah, I definitely agree with you.
I would say for me, I'm so happy about that there's no age limit. First off, this year would have been my last year, and I was on the fence. I'm like, should I compete again? Should I not? But when they removed the age requirement, when I tell you, I had a moment of just inspiration that flowed within me. So there's something about pageantry where you're able to find inspiration, hobbies, things you like to do, volunteer work. There's so many things in pageantry that once you just step into the circle, you kind of become addicted to. It's like once you start drinking the juice,
No, for real. There's no one going back.
it becomes a problem. But I'm so excited. In the moment when I saw on the page that they removed the limit, I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I feel inspired again. Like I can compete. I don't feel like I have to go get married and go do all that. It's not like I don't want to. Of course I want to, but I still want to have this year of me time. Like we go to school from age 3 to how old now? Right. I'm going to turn up. I'm going to have some fun.
Fair.
So like everybody else, I agree. I'm excited for everybody. I think I'm the youngest one here, but I think something that we can all relate to as women is we feel pressure in life in general. So something that inspired me and that I'm excited for, there's no pressure anymore. I think in society we deal with pressure to hurry up and get married, when you're having kids, when you're going to do this, when you're going to do that. And so to see, or just for the fact that now women who are married, who have children can compete, or who are a little bit older can compete, it makes me really happy. So I'm like, you know what? I cannot wait to the day where a married woman with a family and a career wins, because I'm like, wow, girl. Okay, I could do it too, So right. I think it's great that they removed the age limit. I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like next year. I'm also happy for everybody else. So, it also sends a message: don't give up. It's never too late, and you can keep competing. So I'm not sure how the semantics and the optics of this will be. We'll find out next year. Yeah. But I cannot wait. I'm so excited. All right.
Something that I did think about, for example, like women that are married with children. I wonder if say she is to win, someone that's married with children, if the organization has already put parameters in place to like support her family and spouse. Because I've thought of like scenarios where like if you have a sick child or an engagement with your spouse, then how do you like pick and choose between that and being a title holder, So I wonder if they've already like put those parameters in place. And it's not just like, oh, we're just doing this. Yeah, we're just doing this to get more people to compete, So
that is true. I have a friend, her husband's military. She's the same age as me. She just had her son like a couple months ago, and when she saw it, she was like, I'm gonna compete next year. I was like, come on, girl, like I can't wait for you. But that was one of her biggest concerns too. So I'm actually kind of interested to see what they're gonna do. And I'm actually glad we're having this discussion too, because like some people don't, you don't think about that until these things come arise. Because I don't have any kids, I'm not married, so I don't think about, well, what if my kid is sick? What if I have to leave? What if my husband, so I'm super excited to see what's going to
In the
happen.
comments, she's a bad mom. She's choosing
Yeah.
yeah. So I just hope like they're prepared if someone is to win who is married or with children,
We'll see. Well, Miss Maine, she's first married woman. So
Say that. Yeah.
So that was also inspiring too, because I don't know, like I mentioned earlier, I just feel like sometimes as a young woman, we have to pick and choose what route we want to take. If you're this age, why aren't you married yet? You're not in college, you're not doing college yet. What are you doing? What are you doing? So it's inspiring to see these women win titles and be married and, consider that. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited. Vanessa, you ready? Anyway. Hi, I'm Kiara Tompkins, and welcome to Fit for a Queen, Queendom's podcast, a pageant girl's perspective. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. It was out of nowhere. Okay. So next, I want to just open the floor to anything else as far as new changes. So let's talk about the new directorship. What do you guys have to say about that? And what are you looking forward to most?
I think I'm just looking forward to the new perspective she brings. I'm looking forward to seeing how she incorporates a lot of the feedback that were given by previous title holders, by people who want to participate, and just see how these changes go into effect. Like we were talking about earlier, family planning is something I think about all the time as the eldest daughter. Like, it's the reason I don't have kids.
Tell you, girl.
Right?
oldest
so
daughter
like,
here.
how are we prepared to support a title holder with family? Are they moving to New York as well? Are we going to just give them extra money so they have, a surplus in their household to take care of everybody else? Or when somebody needs to be away, are we sending nannies? I'd just be very interested to see how this year goes for whomever wins and what that new perspective looks like.
That's true. So, sorry, go ahead,
me,
Danyel.
I was actually like one of my favorite YouTuber is Danny Walker. You guys know her. She does like a lot of pageant commentary.
Love her.
And she actually spoke about how the organization is really, they're trying to get into social media and really highlighting the social media aspect of the next Miss USA. So she actually mentioned Rachel, and she said that she thinks she has an advantage of winning because her social media is really great. So I'm really looking forward to see like how they really use social media to their advantage. And, hopefully that's, an advantage for Rachel. Top five.
Yeah. Right? But I have a question about that though. So what exactly are they looking for, for social media? Because there's some people who, I consider myself a creative. So when you go to my page, you see some content here and there, but it's going to be some different stuff here and there. But then you go to her page and she's like that top tier influencer type thing. You might have some other people who have certain aesthetics, like some people's pages are in black and white, some people like certain things. So what exactly is the standard? What do they want at the end of the day?
That's a good point that you brought up, because I don't post a lot. I'm kind of inconsistent. I like my privacy, so that's something that's concerning for me too. It's like, okay, well, this is going to be a consideration. How does that affect my odds? Because I would prefer not to post on social media if I don't have to, and just share just certain moments of my life. So that's something that's something to consider. That's a good point.
I considered this because I think I read something that social media is officially like something that's scored or taken into consideration now officially. And what my hope is as a social media manager by trade, I hope they bring somebody in who knows what it is that they're looking for. I want an actual strategist who knows to avoid vanity metrics, and somebody who can register, is this person engaging? Do they know how to draw people in with their captions? Is this title holder going to be able to, have a community online? Those are the things that I'm looking for, and I just genuinely hope that there is somebody on panel who has that sort of expertise, so it's not just, oh, she posts a lot and she has a lot of followers. I mean, that's great, but what's your engagement rate looking like?
Yeah. And most of all, like, is she authentic? I think that's one of the biggest pieces too. Is she relatable and authentic in her posts? So
absolutely.
For me, I'm excited to see Layla's vision. I have not been in the pageant industry for very long. I've only done this for about 2 years. But I would just love just to see more consistency. Can we just stick with one person and get it right? I just, it's just easier. It's kind of like just like any leader. Our president is in office for 4 years. Can we have, our pageant director in office for a long amount of time just to see the vision fulfilled, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's my answer. Yeah.
I will say on Lauren's note, a lot of the girls who are competing, like they are adapting to it, the change very well. So like kudos to them, and I couldn't even imagine, how stressful it could be just under new directorship abruptly, and then just still trying to compete and so forth. And then on that note, since Lauren brought it up, there is a documentary that is airing tonight called "How to Fix a Pageant." Ironically, the same night as Miss USA. So we have not watched it yet. We have not watched it yet. I thought I'd just mention it. So it will address, all the issues and stuff that happened last year and just all the allegations. So does anybody have any comment that they want to make on that? Or should we just wait till after we watch it? Yeah.
I'm definitely going to wait to fully divulge until after I watch it. I like to know all my facts. But what I am looking forward to is getting that perspective I feel like I couldn't get on social media because it was a lot of buzz, a lot of personal opinion.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to hearing directly from the people involved on what happened and how they feel like everything could have been different.
All right. That's a good point. So maybe that'll be another topic for next time.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll let you guys know. It'll be interesting. But on that note, I also want to just discuss just your favorites, any random commentary. I know you guys want to talk about Georgia, Miss Rachel. Yes. So this is just an open forum right now. So whatever you guys want to talk about.
Okay, I screamed at my television.
No, I saw it. I heard it
the whole time. Rachel had my jaw on the floor. I was so proud of her. We've competed with her. She's always been a sweet person, great person, and I just feel like she is so deserving. I'm so proud of her, and I hope you're watching somewhere. If you're not already, preparing.
Rachel.
That's all I'm doing. But we love you, and we're supporting you.
We
girl.
are so proud of you. I low-key wore green because that's Rachel's color.
Oh, it's her gown.
But
stunning.
I thought she did amazing. The gown is stunning. She manages to do things in a very simplistic, elegant way, but it always leaves you remembering who she is and wanting more. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's giving Kenya Moore vibes. I really think that Rachel could take it, honestly.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I really do. There's a lot of heavy hitters in this class this year. Like, it's probably one of the best classes I've seen in a long time, but I think Rachel definitely has that contender spot.
Yeah. For me, I actually started following Rachel on her YouTube channel because I think what was the pageant that she competed before?
Georgia South?
Yes. And I loved her YouTube. Like, she was just so sweet and like very soft spoken. But I feel like what I love about her, she's like a silent killer.
Definitely.
She may not like speak the most on social media or be like, as transparent in her posts, but you can tell that she's like there's like this side of her that's like so authentic, and I really love that about her. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight.
Me too.
We know she's gonna make us proud because when I first saw her come out in that swimsuit, honey,
I was like, wait a minute.
But yeah, all the best to all the ladies. So yeah.
Yes.
No, Okay, so Miss USA starts in 10 minutes. We're getting ready to prep. I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch everybody strut their stuff on the stage. And of course, we're looking forward to Rachel, So Miss Georgia, so excited. So I just want to close out with just one thing we look forward to this upcoming year. I'll go first. I'm looking forward to just the new changes as far as the age elimination and just seeing women be able to compete again. And I can't wait for this new directorship to start and, what it has in store for us in 2024.
I'm definitely looking forward to different partnerships. I know Giovanni, which is a big name in the pageant world, and Portia Scarlett is a new brand, right? That I've seen the gowns and I kind of love it. So I'm just excited to see, some different stuff on stage.
I think Albany kind of paved the way for self-expression in a way that we never had before. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our new title holder kind of just makes it her own, makes her mark, makes her year, and kind of sets the tone.
I'm looking forward to the inclusion, guys. I'm here for all the shapes, the sizes, the colors, the ages, all of that. I'm here for the hair. I'm here for all of it, and I know I'm competing next year, and I am excited to meet each and every one of you.
Period. You guys heard it first, right? She's competing next year.
Yeah, you heard it. She make no mistake.
Yeah, make no mistake. She's coming for y'all.
For me, with all the changes in place, I'm really excited to see like how the initiatives of the different title holders will expand. With moms, children. I'm really excited to see like how diversified the initiatives become. So yeah.
Everybody had great points. I can't wait. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get ready. We have 5 more minutes. Okay. A couple more minutes. Okay.
Can we do something fun?
I'm sorry.
Can we do something?
Yes, go
really
ahead.
quick? I want to go out in a circle, okay? Give me your, let's see, we got to make sure we do this quickly. So we'll do 5. Give me your top 5. In no particular order.
Ooh.
Give me your top 5.
Wait.
I'll go
Okay.
first 'cause I
Go
think
ahead.
I know. No particular order. Georgia, North Carolina, Utah, Nevada, Nebraska. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go. No particular order. Georgia, Washington, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Nevada. Those are my top 5.
In no particular order, Georgia, Wisconsin, Nevada, Utah, and Pennsylvania.
Okay. Georgia, because duh. Texas, Wisconsin. Oh, there was somebody. Pennsylvania. Jersey.
And if I could add one more, Virginia.
Oh,
Virginia.
yes,
Virginia.
Yes.
But I'm sorry.
y'all.
Okay.
It's like you just made it harder for me. She's over here thinking like,
There's so many. Okay. Well, first of all, Georgia. But right, like period. Georgia, but Georgia, Pennsylvania, because I loved her dress, y'all.
yes, she did good.
I really liked Michigan. And Virginia, and then
It's genuinely hard to choose.
It is.
Yeah.
Out of 51, it's a lot.
I would really like, to be honest, I would really like New Jersey to make it in, only because she's my Nigerian sister. But it's between New Jersey and Washington for me.
It's Dr. Samantha. That's what it is. Yes, it's
Doctor.
She is Doctor. Miss Doctor USA. Right.
No, when they said doctor, I was like, okay, doctor.
Okay, so if we have our JD, it's Kiara Tompkins Esquire. You gotta put it behind. All right, so that concludes our show. We are super excited. Shout out to Rachel once again. We cannot wait for you guys to tune into our next podcast.
Bye.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for watching.